to pop culture field manual.
Welcome back, everybody, to the Pop Culture Field Manual Podcast, sitting right at the intersection of weapons, action, the military, and pop culture. I'm Israel Wright, and with me, as always,
Cameron Fath, muscle man extraordinaire, future president of the United States.
Israel Wright, really good teeth.
Yeah, great teeth.
Wait, let me just set the record show that I don't have Invisalign right now, but I'm getting it.
Oh, did you get it?
So I want a visual record for like a year from now. I can look back and see how my teeth were like.
Exactly,
really
before you can do a comparison.
Yeah, exactly.
That's awesome.
So I just want to get that out of the way.
I just got my liners too. I'm waiting on.
You did?
Yep.
Oh,
They're
cool,
actually.
man.
I'm not looking at a watch, but if you're watching the video, I thought I had a watch on, but I need to draw new batteries. But anyway, no, they're coming in the mail. I'm super excited. Perfect teeth.
Me too, man. Yeah, I'm really excited. They showed me like a picture of how it was gonna look.
Oh, really?
I'm like, I could look
me?
like that.
Yeah.
That man's so handsome.
We're becoming more Hollywood and Hollywood by the second. It's nuts. Anyways, see what happens with a little bit of exposure. We need to change everything. Next thing, rhinoplasty. I'm gonna correct my crooked nose.
I'm gonna get butt implants.
Yeah,
cheek implants.
We're gonna be great. We're gonna be like the next Kardashian. It's gonna be
awesome. We're gonna be the kid. We're gonna be the Kardashians of the military.
Exactly.
You know?
They're gonna hate us.
All about
we're gonna
cool.
get hazed. But this is a fun episode. This is a really fun episode because we're going to be answering the fan questions that we received. You know how we always bug you guys about literally emailing us?
Yeah, we give you that burner account.
We're like, please
write us emails.
Yeah, we're like, please email us.
We actually read those things. We respond. I know we responded to a couple of you, but you've sent us some questions.
Yeah, and then we take screenshots of them and we say, look how dumb this guy is.
These nerds writing to us.
Exactly. No, we actually like Izzy said, we read every single one of them. Yeah, we respond to every single one of them. So we're going to be answering some of those questions that you guys brought up to our attention or things that you're just genuinely curious about. And I'm pretty excited because this is probably going to be the easiest episode that we've ever made.
Yeah, no prep required.
There's no prep. We just read and be honest.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's cool.
Let's do it, man.
Let's do it. All right, man. You read. You start out.
All right. We got this first one from Peter Yim. He got a hold of us on Instagram, and he was asking how we think Special Forces, Spec Ops, would survive on fictional worlds like alien planets, things like Minecraft world, things like that. So yeah, how would our training kind of help us to survive in different alien worlds and scenarios from different video games or movies?
I think that would cut us down to size. Literally, I mean, we practice like living, like obviously you go through SEER, right?
Right.
And you're like, okay, you can eat this, you can't eat this.
Yep.
When we go into a new world, we don't know.
Right. I mean, I'm assuming a certain level of like preparation, like we are going on a mission to this world, or something like that, like Horizon Zero Dawn. Right?
I think we would do better than like if you let just regular people, go rampant, like just let them loose, like a couple, like just open the gate to like a dog. Yeah. We'd do much better because I mean, if we have security, we have everything we need.
That's
literally,
right. Yeah.
That's the philosophy I live by. As long as we have security, we can accomplish anything.
Exactly. No, I mean, our skill sets, yours and mine. You think about different scenarios, like you say, like I got to go to SEER school, right?
Yeah.
And so, assuming that, we, first we gather intel, right? We're good at intelligence gathering, and we know like the flora and the fauna. They're on the, and we have a specific mission. So I feel like the SEER training, the survival, evasion, resistance, and escape would like help us, our squad kind of survive, like you say, knowing plants and little animals, little four-eyed creatures are free to eat, and which ones have spiked tongues that'll come out and get you, So yeah, I feel like, it's funny because, we're talking about like, oh, would you survive this alien world? If it's just like a combat situation, well, I don't know, man. Certainly our training would come in handy.
It would. I mean, we don't have any guarantees when we go overseas either. It's like, I'm going to survive. No, you don't know.
Yeah, and it's dudes with guns.
It's just dudes with guns, and it's literally, you rely on everyone to your left and right to make sure you come back home. So I think there's no real guarantee, regardless of training. Yeah. I mean, you see Delta guys that go down, and they're the most. They're the top of the top.
Right.
So, I mean, there's nothing really... You can't be like, oh, yeah, I'd fucking survive that. We don't know. But, right. I mean, we have skills that would aid us. Right. Not aid us. Aid, A-I-D. Aid us in our endeavors.
Not the number 8.
I also think that literally the will to survive is...
Right.
I would consider Special Forces and Special Operation Forces to have a little bit of a hardy like hard on for tough situations.
Absolutely.
I mean, yeah, just the mental toughness that comes out of those units is ungodly.
Yeah.
So I think that's definitely like an X factor. But I'm not saying that it doesn't exist in the civilian population, because I was just watching the new Bear Grylls show, the Born to Be Wild one. I love Bear Grylls.
Bear Grylls was awesome.
Yeah,
a former SAS, right?
He's former. I think he was a parachute regiment.
Okay,
but that's nothing a quick Google can't fix. But he's former military, and I love Man vs. Wild. I always watch this shit. Yep. And he brings on celebrities, and he basically puts them through the ringer, and I think who plays Captain Marvel?
Brie Larson.
Brie Larson. So the first episode I watched was with Brie Larson.
No kidding.
And they go to like an abandoned island in Panama, and they just survive. So, I mean, not to say they're just there at night. So he would like drop them off, and then they'll walk a little bit. Basically, they drop them off at point A, have to walk to point B and extract, but they'll spend the night just to get like the crack out of it.
All right.
But I mean, you can take anybody, and as long as you can like instill the will to survive, I think anybody's capable of anything.
Right.
But as far as just saying, I think we do have an advantage just as far as we are mentally tough.
No, yeah, and special operations attracts a certain kind of person, a certain type of an alpha type, yeah. And like you say, that even that right off the bat, the baseline kind of, there's a baseline of aggression, assertiveness, that will to survive, that will to achieve and overcome and stuff like that. In any alien world situation, we're already starting at a bit of an advantage, I think.
I think so too. And I think my point because I don't think I got to my point about bringing up the. I started talking about it. Yeah, there's a point. So I'm saying like Brie Larson, she did really good. Like she was eating the bugs and whatnot, and she was like sleeping, and I was like, and that's just a regular Hollywood actor. So I'm just saying that proves that, as long as you can instill that will to survive, anybody can do it.
Yeah.
But I think special forces and special operation forces have, a little bit of a advantage in the get-go. We don't really have to be convinced to survive. We're just go and fucking crush.
Yeah. And you know what, that brings up a really good point, because he probably trained her. He gave her some tools.
Yeah, he gives her the tools. He gives her all the equipment. He basically instructs her on pretty much everything, and she just has to do it.
That's great. Yeah, and I think that would be something like, let's say this alien planet for special forces, we're trained at foreign internal defense, guerrilla warfare, building relationships and
it's funny because Rangers would just try to all the aliens.
That's building a relationship of sorts.
We're just like, can we put our partner in it?
So the idea of building relationships, with the alien population, the locals, whoever's there, it might increase our chances of survival, being a force multiplier.
Yeah.
In a manner of speaking.
God, that's hilarious. Okay, well, let's move on to the next question. On ending on that term.
So yes, basically the answer.
Yes, Peter, we would. I think we would do fairly well on an alien planet.
Chances high.
Okay, so the next question. We don't have a name on this one, so
we'll
just call it Jane Doe. We forgot to write it down. Thank you. You'll recognize yourself. You'll know who you are.
Yeah.
And we apologize in advance. We actually lost you. We lost your name. But anyways,
yeah.
Moving on. One listener, we'll call them Jane Doe. Jane Doe writes, "What would you like to see implemented in a video game from the military?"
That's interesting, because I kind of wrote a few notes down here. I wasn't thinking more so much in terms of like equipment or like weaponry or anything like that, but the thing that I have always loved about anything pop culture related to the military is any story about like brotherhood or the bond that is formed between like soldiers and stuff. Like, that's always been the most affecting to me. Affecting to me when any kind of movie or video game, when there's like a bond, there's like a story and a relationship between the soldiers. And then when one of them gets off, or separation,
dude.
it affects you.
Yeah. Are you saying like targeting more the emotional side rather than just like the gear and the whatnot side?
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, that's super. I like that, man. I mean, that's why I love the Gears of War. That campaign, I like when Gears of War 3 came out, and I've already botched the online warfare for it. But I mean, the campaign when Dom dies, I cried like a little. Dude, I was like, oh my God, he's been with 3 series, and he's like, Dom's like, he's literally Marcus's like best friend. When he goes with his family, I was just like, Oh, dude,
yeah.
it hit me hard. I was
That's
like,
great,
damn.
man. And that's the cool thing about talking about video games specifically, or even like a series that goes on for a long time, is you have hours, dozens and dozens of hours to build that relationship. You know, whether as opposed to like a movie, it's only like 2 hours, you know, and they can still do it, but it can be hard sometimes. It has to be more focused narrative. But, you know, like with Gears of War, you got 3 games where you're like, oh, there's Dom, again, oh, Dom's, and then he goes, and it's like, oh man,
Jesus Christ.
So anything in line with that when it comes to like video games in the military, anytime they can show those relationships.
Yeah, more storyline that really targets emotions, not really, you know.
Yeah.
I don't really care. I mean, what makes Gears of War so good with me, like the gear's not equipment. The body composition isn't you know, accurate. Nobody's legs look like that.
Nobody's forearms look like that.
Forearms look like that, but it's just they do such a good job of just targeting that brotherhood.
Yeah.
There's like relationships, and that makes the game amazing for me.
I wrote down here as far as examples from like some of my favorite games, but it's the relationship between Snake and Boss from Metal Gear Solid 3, Snake Eater, because it takes place kind of just after the Korean War, kind of Cold War era, and you know Snake, who ends up becoming Big Boss, which is the villain of the later games, or the star of Metal Gear Solid 5, sort of. But his trainer is Boss. She's this woman who's like this badass fighter, and she's trained him, all his stuff, and then she betrays him. She goes and joins the bad guys in the game, and he's like wonders why, and then the game culminates. The final fight in the game is you're in this giant grassy field, and you're doing hand-to-hand combat. And it's like this. There's a slow build with the music because you're on a timer because there's a bomb that's about to explode, and you got to defeat her before the bomb goes off. And it's just so emotional because he's like, why did you betray me? And she's like, I had my reasons. And he's like, I'll never understand. And she's like, you know, and they get in all philosophical because it's a Hideo Kojima game.
Yeah.
But man, when you finally defeat her, it's just like, oh, it's like you lose a part of your heart.
Damn.
So,
crazy.
You need to take a nap.
No, I got that, man. So yeah, to answer that question, promote my emotions.
Yeah, get the
tickle my
stories.
emotions. Make me feel useless. Yeah. Make me feel powerless.
Beat me down.
Yeah, beat me down.
Wait a minute. No.
Yeah. Wait, no.
That's a different podcast.
Yeah. Okay, so we have our next question, which is from Jonathan Goddard. Hopefully, sorry if I butcher your name, but I'm gonna go with Goddard. That sounds pretty
I hope
good.
we're not like doxing anybody.
Yeah, no.
Too late. Too late.
Jonathan writes, what kind of jokes, pranks, or to put it politely, trash talk do you talk about the other service branches? Green Berets to Marines or Navy versus the Marines? Like, for example, the Marines are dumb. Air Force pampered. Navy gay, I guess.
Israel wrote that.
I wrote those down.
You
you
wrote those down?
Those are my notes. I added
Okay.
like what things I would say. You know.
Oh, okay, yeah. Well, I mean, they're pretty accurate. I like how there's just a comma next to Navy, so I just inserted gay. And Coast
That
Guard.
literally was my note, but I'm like, should I or shouldn't I? Thank you for taking that extra
You're
step.
okay,
for me.
man. It's me. Everybody knows what I say. And it's and then Coast Guard, they're irrelevant. But no, yeah, man.
I love it, dude. Let me just say this at the outset, man. I will always get a kick out of the whole sibling rivalry between branches. It just makes me laugh, man.
It does. It's good, and it's all in good fun too.
Yeah.
Like, I know if you run into like a Navy vet or you run into like a Marine vet, every time I meet them and they're like, "Yeah, I was a Marine," I say, "Oh, I'm sorry," or be like, "That's unfortunate," and they laugh every single time. And when they say Army, they're just like, "Oh, so you're fucking retarded or something." And I'm like, "Oh God, okay."
I feel bad because everyone has, you know, the mystique of Special Forces, Green Berets. They hear anybody from other branches, though, unless they're like a Navy SEAL or something, like they're like, oh, that's so amazing, man. Oh, I didn't do any. I was in ChemDet, or I was in comms. And it's like, no, you were a soldier, man. You stand up straight. Get off the ground.
Exactly.
Get up off your knees.
Dude, the sibling rivalry is great, and I've never seen it really escalate to like, you know, disrespect kind of.
Man, yeah.
No, I feel like everybody, you know, understands the whole thing because we all do our job, you know. At the end of the day, even if you're a cook in the Air Force, like,
everybody has.
Are you a real soldier? But or are you an airman or airwoman? I guess
a corpsman.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, you realize like you gave yourself to something higher, and it's like, oh great, but hell, I'm gonna make you fucking pay for even existing.
I always wondered what that was, but I always thought of it as like a sibling rival, like a family thing.
Yeah,
you know
it is absolutely a thing. But
Yeah.
like at the end of the day, everybody gets a free meal at Applebee's.
Yeah.
Once a year.
Yeah, we all get to get the free scoop of ice cream
Exactly.
at Baskin Robbins.
Yeah, that's a great question, man.
Good
Thanks for
question,
bringing
man.
that up. Okay, Jonathan,
All right, this
good
next
job.
one, this is actually Raquel from. She's actually a member of my community on Twitch.
Really?
Yeah, she's on my Discord. She's a great lady from Brazil, and she writes, "I'd like to know about tranquilizer guns, the myths, the truths. What about them?
Well, my favorite tranquilizer gun is chambered in 5.56, and you sleep forever.
long-term
Sleep-
trank.
Yeah, long-term trank. Actually, I don't think there is one.
I don't.
Well, I mean, there is a tranquilizer gun. We see people
they
like
use them for like
animals and
you
stuff,
know.
but I don't know about human because I mean, you got to think. We've talked about this on a Gameology episode.
Yeah. There's an entire profession called an anesthesiologist. Yeah.
And you're in charge of dosing people, and everybody has a different dose based off body
Body's
weight
a very
and allergy.
complicated thing,
Yeah.
you know.
You can't just hit someone with a dart and expect them to go sleep.
There's no one size fits all
Yeah.
tranquilizer dart for humans.
I guess you can call my arms a tranquilizer gun when I put you in a sleeper hold.
because I'm built different.
I'm built different. Yeah, if I put someone to sleep in a sleeper hold, I guess you can call mine tranquilizer guns, I guess.
Yeah, I always wondered about like knocking people out too. I've always wanted to try like if somebody gets hit over the head and they just get knocked out, like, but there's like serious head trauma. It's like a concussion.
Yeah.
There's years of like possible therapy that you have to go through.
I know. It's very
It's not just like ugh, and then you wake up and you're like,
like,
okay,
oh, okay, ow, my head
all
kind of
right.
hurts.
Yeah.
It's like, no, you can have some complications
Yeah,
from
now
that
you
later.
can't remember your piano lessons from when you were a kid.
Yeah, sorry, guy outside the bar. Well, so
So, yeah.
the myths, I would call them myths. Then.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, I mean.
There's there's a lot of myths out there, and it's certainly not something that I ever used, or was trained to use, It was.
I know. I mean, we had tasers in our.
Okay, we didn't even have those.
We had those, but I think they're more of a joke thing. I'm not sure because I never knew any like scenario or any reason why we'd take them out, but they were there. We had tasers in our arms room, and I think all the privates would just go and tase each other.
I was gonna say, did you have to do? Because there's certain schools where you have to get yourself tased.
Yeah, so I know you have to get tased if you go through MP school, which is military police.
Okay.
Which I mean, you have to go through in regular police academy. You have to get tased too, tased and pepper spray.
Okay.
But I don't know why we had tasers, and I know like sometimes there's a story where on everybody's birthday. You know how it goes in the military. If it's your birthday, it's not a happy event.
Not a happy event.
You
no.
run. You change your birthday on your Facebook.
birthdays. You don't
You
talk
block
about
everybody.
it.
You don't talk
Yeah.
about it. Like, this is why I don't care about my birthday anymore, because I'm just like, this is a sad, scary day. But yeah, you would get either the shit beaten out of you. Everybody wrestle you to the ground. You
Yep.
get pink bellied 27 times. I had handprints from blood marks like on my stomach from people just pink bellying me 22, 23 times on my birthday. But one time, I don't know why he kept this in his desk, but anyway, so one of the platoon sergeants of first platoon, it was his birthday, and like at the end of the day, nobody's safe on your. The only person I think could get away.
Did he almost make it out by the?
No,
okay.
So obviously all the team leaders were like, it's 1-7's birthday, let's get him, go get him, man. So they all tried like getting him in his office. And he opens his desk and pulls out a taser and just starts tasing privates.
Like a taser gun or like
No,
a
it's like
cattle prod.
the prod.
Oh,
It's like the handheld one.
taser.
So like all the privates are trying to jump on him, and it's like, come on, man. At the end of the day, it's like it's all good fun, and he's like straight up tasing his men, and it's like, God. I was like, you are, dude, you're not a good sport. Like, just take it, man.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah, but
this goes back to the pranks and jokes.
Yeah, that kind of links into the banter that goes on in a Ranger platoon or a Special Forces ODA. But that happens all over the military. You see like group fights.
Yep.
There was one time we had there's actually a famous video of like 275 where they're like doing a tug of war online, and all of a sudden the losing team just lets go of the rope and charges them, and it becomes like a 60-on-60 brawl.
What?
You ever seen this? I was actually there in the video.
Really?
Yeah, it was, and it turns in that'll happen in like a blink of an eye, like
Which is like straight like a fist fight kind of thing, or like
you don't throw
slap fight,
punches. Yeah, you don't throw punches because that's just like an honor thing. But
Yeah.
sometimes if there's a new private, they have no idea what's going on. Everybody just starts being really violent towards each other, and like they might start swinging. But yeah, I remember my first experience with that was actually one of my first like, oh my god, these people are psychotic type of realization. And like, cause yeah, there was a new private, and like he jumped on one of his own platoon, and you don't do that. And like I just look over and I see the team leader get him on his back and just slug him in the face, and he's like, "You're a fucking idiot." And yeah, it's just,
I gotta watch this video.
It's like it would happen whenever the men would stay late. That's when like the debauchery would happen, because you would just hear people screaming, and that's when the leadership would know we have to let these guys go now, otherwise they're gonna kill each other. But yeah, that's
like caged animals.
That's just a day in the life, man. It's the one thing they don't show. But okay, we'll answer a new question.
Next,
you got this one.
This last one is from Alex Maisonet. And he wants to know, I was curious if you guys would be open to doing a couple podcasts on SFAS, which is Special Forces Assessment Selection Course, and RASP,
which is the Ranger Assessment and Selection Program.
Yep. And actually, it's Alex, I'm glad you asked, because we're actually going to do an entire episode about those two things.
It's going to involve our training experiences.
Yeah, and I will talk about my experiences. I don't have a lot of information on what it's like nowadays, but you actually got some intel.
Yeah, no, I hit up one of my buddies who's current RAS cadre. I'll keep his name private just for OPSEC reason, but he gave me the lowdown on, what he could talk about now. There's obviously some things you can't, but yeah, he gave me as much information as I asked, so that's really cool for those who are curious about how RASP is right now. That'll be useful information for you guys. But yeah, no, that'll be an entire new episode. Yeah. And I'm actually excited to talk about it because I like remembering it, because I don't remember a lot of it.
I like reminiscing too. I like remembering. Yeah. I mean, one thing I can say is that you never knew quite what to expect, because the course, Special Forces Selection Course, would evolve and change. Yeah. It's always about 3 weeks long, maybe shorter, maybe longer. The timing of different events changes, or they switch things in and out and stuff like that. Yeah. But, I'd be interested to see. Maybe I could do a little research. But
yeah, man,
how it's changed between then and
absolutely, we can get in contact. I know some guys there in the queue.
Yeah?
Yeah, absolutely. We can get in contact with them, figure it out. But yeah, stay tuned, Mr. Alex Masonet. That'll be
not going to answer your questions.
Yeah, not going to answer it. But that is the last question we have so far. If you want to hear your question answered, like we said, reach out to us on pcfmpodcast@gmail.com, and we would love. I think we're definitely going to start doing this more.
We every once in a while we can do like a listener question kind of thing. I love it. It makes recording the episode really easy.
It does,
because we're just going off the cuff.
Exactly. It doesn't take any preparation. Like we said, make this easier on us. Email us or DM us questions. We love it. We thrive on it.
We thrive on controversy. I mean, adversity. I mean, questions on Instagram.
Conversation.
Conversation.
Wrong C word. Well, I think it's a good time to go ahead and get into our famous end of the podcast game.
Favorite part of the stream, because the people know it's almost over.
Yeah, people know. They're like, finally, these stop talking.
3 more minutes.
But yeah, I'm excited for this one, because I know everything and Israel doesn't, and I love to be in control.
Okay, I can't wait to embarrass myself.
Exactly, it's gonna be awesome. So the name of the game here is real or faked. Like I said, fake. So the name of the game here is real or fake, not real or fate. This one's just for Israel. I'm gonna describe a video game or movie, and you tell me if it's a real one or if I just pulled it out of my ass. Okay. Full disclosure: this is not limited to military movies or video games.
This could be anything.
Anything.
Okay.
So it can be literally anything. Bonus points if you give me the title.
Okay, so I can know what you're talking about, but it's that one, and you're like, yeah, but I can't remember that it's, Terminator 7.
All right. Are you ready, sir?
Nope. And go.
Begin. Okay, so this one, first one. A humanoid duck alien gets sent to Earth, where he or it, plays rock music, has sex with a human woman, and just for kicks, saves the world.
The humanoid duck having sex with a woman, that casts a pretty wide net,
Yeah, that narrows it down.
You know what's funny about this? Is that, I'm going to say, Howard the Duck.
Yeah, you got it, man. I've never seen this movie before.
I saw this when I was a kid, and I
Wait, is it a
movie.
Cartoon?
No, it's a live action. He's in like a live action duck, and he gets pulled by like this tractor beam from Earth, like I think he's like in his chair, and he goes to Earth, and he lands in Cleveland. Yeah, Cleveland,
Cleveland.
Ohio. And Elizabeth Shue is there. No, not Elizabeth Shue. Leah Thompson. Sorry, Leah Thompson's there. But other 80s starlet. Yeah, and he and she's got a rock band. And he ends up playing the rock band. And Tim Robbins, a very young Tim Robbins, is there. And there's this technology that it's like a tractor technology, but it's like an interdimensional thing. And I think it was David Warner, not David Warner. I forget the guy's name.
God!
One of the guys gets possessed by an evil interdimensional alien. He's going to turn it on, and they got to stop him. And it's just crazy. It's zany. It's George Lucas, actually.
What's the rating on this movie?
I don't think it's rated very highly, but it's kind of a cult classic now. Yeah.
No, I'm saying, is it rated R?
The
It's PG.
He ain't got no feeling.
It's a 1986 PG. Wow, this thing is almost 2 hours long. Wow.
Yeah. Space rabies, the whole thing. Yeah.
And he has sex in this movie?
Well, they're laying in bed together, and stuff. But
okay, I see. I'm gonna have to check this one out.
Oh yeah, it's real weird, man.
All right, next one.
And remember, the first objective is to say real or fake. And then you know the title.
Okay. That's a real movie. That's a thing that exists.
That is a real movie. All right, you got it, man.
All
right, next one. Two men time travel to 1937 to kill Hitler, which they do, but accidentally make the Nazis win World War II, and they must undo what they've done.
Whoa. Man, that sounds like a really cool premise, but it doesn't sound like any movie that I've ever heard of. So they go back to 1937, they kill Hitler, but that actually ends up making the Nazis win the war, and then they have to go undo it. That sounds really cool, but I'm gonna say it's fake. I'm gonna say it's fake. It's not a real movie.
You got it, man. That is not a real movie.
Oh, okay. Whew, gosh.
Damn, are you in the movie writing industry? Because that's an
really
awesome.
good
That's
premise,
really
yeah.
good. Because imagine if Hitler wasn't the right way for the right direction the Nazi wanted to go.
Yeah, what if they had an even more sinister plan or something like that,
Or
something
the Nazis,
more sinister than the
or it's the Nazis turned out to be really nice guys with the direction of a new guy.
They under a new leader. They're like, oh, the Nazis not so bad. They're starting children's camps. And
yeah,
stuff
they're taking care of everyone. Jeez, what a twist.
I'll tell you what though. Have you ever heard of a movie called Fatherland?
No.
It's an HBO movie with Rutger Hauer, and it was a fictional timeline. It takes place in 1960s, and it's what if Hitler won the war, and Germany's a world power now, and it's the 1960s or 50s or something like that, and they're about to sign a peace treaty with the United States because they're two big world powers, but nobody knew about the Holocaust. It's a state secret.
Oh, it was a secret?
Nobody found out about the 6 million Jews. So it's about an investigative reporter from the U.S. coming over, and Rutger Hauer's an officer, an SS officer, and he kind of grows a conscience. He's trying to get the information to it. It's a conspiracy thing. It's really good.
Becomes a whistleblower?
Yeah, you can see old Hitler and stuff.
Damn, that's nuts. I got to check that. The Fatherland.
Yeah.
Okay, well, good job on that one.
All right.
Cool. So next one. In this video game from 2014, a Viking princess must travel across the ocean and bring back the teeth of a dragon to save her kingdom.
Whoa. Man, the prince. I thought you were talking about Hellblade, but that came out in 2016 or 17. Say that one more time.
In this video game from 2014, a Viking princess must travel across the ocean and bring back the teeth of a dragon to save her kingdom.
Oh, man. I just want to take a chance and say that it's real because it sounds really fun, but it's 2014. What was I doing in 2014? I was out of the military, so I might have had a chance to play it, but it might not have interested me. If it's real cartoony, maybe it didn't interest me. I'm going to say it's real, but I can't remember the title.
I'm going to say you're wrong.
Whoa,
and it's fake. Yeah, no, it's fake.
Oh,
yeah,
good
but the title would be Dragging My Ass. Nice one, Grizz. Nice pun in there, man. I gotta read these.
The fake Hitler movie name.
Oh, the fake. Oh yeah, Chris puts fake names that he would have named them.
Oh, this is what it would have been.
Yep, and the Nazi movie would have been, whoops, we have to save Hitler.
Yeah, that's awesome.
That's awesome. Okay, so no, that one is fake. Nice try. You're doing well.
Right,
you're 2 for 3.
I should know the video game.
Okay. We'll move on to the next one. So this one is, an evil tech billionaire schemes to take over the world by having all his products rise up to do his bidding. Working to stop him is a group of genetically engineered guinea pigs with advanced secret agent skills.
I mean, it's too good to not be real. I mean, who wouldn't want to make this movie? And it's funny because I haven't seen it, but G-Force.
Yeah, that's right. Hell yeah.
It's so bizarre and weird. It's such a. I'm sure it's just a fun kids movie, whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, G-Force. I never saw it, but I know it exists.
Yeah, I think I've seen it. I know what you're talking about too.
Didn't they make a sequel?
Probably. It's probably on kids Netflix somewhere.
That's right.
Do you remember Pets and Dogs? Or dogs and cats, I'm sorry.
Yes, I remember Dogs and Cats. They were against,
they're against each other, and they're like espionage and like.
It's like a spy network. Yeah.
Yeah. That I actually just rewatched that movie the other day because my girlfriend hasn't seen it, and I was like, "You need to watch it," because I specifically remember because. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm not supposed to tap the desk. What's his name? He's in Jurassic Park. He's the one very famous guy.
Chris Pratt?
No, he's the original Jurassic Park.
Oh,
Jeff Goldblum. Yeah, he plays the scientist in it.
Oh, he does?
Yeah, he plays like the father, or he's like
gosh.
trying to cure the dog allergy, so he'll like always pick up the dog and like sniff it, and he'll be like, "Achoo!" And he'd be like, "God, I need to do something else." Yeah, he's great in that movie. But anyways, all right,
good one, man.
Good job. Okay, next one. In this National Rifle Association endorsed shooting game, you shoot targets, not people, at various courses and indoor events.
Oh my gosh. I want to say it's like one of those Cabela type like games or something like that. But let's see. I'm going to say, see, now it's like a multiple choice quiz where you just play the odds.
I mean, you got 50-50 chance.
I know, 50-50 chance. I'm going to say it's fake. It's fake. It's a fake video game.
Wrong. It's real.
Oh, what?
NRA Gun Club.
That's a video game?
That's some hardcore endorsing.
That sounds like a really boring video game.
It does. Be like, hey,
I want to shoot a zombie or a dinosaur or an alien or something.
Yeah, that's like something you do in real life. Like, you want to shoot 3-gun or 2-gun in this video game? Yeah, just press square or press X.
Go into this bland building and shoot a paper target.
Yeah, no, they need to rebrand.
Well, no wonder I didn't know what that was. It sounds so boring.
Well, hey man, you got 3 out of 5. That's something I can sleep at night.
I'm glad I got G-Force.
That's a good one. Honestly, you did way better than I would have done. So, amazing job. Kudos to you, sir.
Well, thank you,
and
sir.
your movie knowledge.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Is that it?
I think so, man.
Can I leave?
Here we go.
Oh, wait, we're in my living room.
No, you live here, man. Yeah. But no, awesome. Thank you for listening in. This was a fun episode to make. To reiterate, guys, guys and gals, just so I'm
you know what, everybody.
Equal playing field. Send us an email to pcfmpodcast@gmail.com. We would love to hear from you, or DM us on our Instagram at pcfmpodcast. That's correct.
That's correct.
That is right. Okay, I'm still learning. But we would love to hear from you. We want to do more episodes like this. We want to interact with you guys. So go ahead and send us a message so we can keep doing these. Mm-hmm. We drop a new podcast every Wednesdays. Yep. So you can follow us on Spotify, Apple Music, or wherever you tune in to podcasts. Thank you very much for listening.
Well, wait, Cameron. What if they want to wear your clothes?
Oh, if they want to wear my brand KickGod, you can go ahead and go on our website at www.kickgodapparel.com, or you can find us on our Instagram at also KickGodApparel.
Yep.
Well, what if they?
no.
Well, what if they want to hang out with you on your Twitch stream?
That's a great question, Cameron. What if they do want to hang out with me? I stream on Twitch every Monday and Wednesday evening from 3 to 8. Every Friday morning from 7 a.m. until noon. Currently, I just realized that what if I change my schedule later and somebody listens to this and like, well, look,
lawyer, man.
Find my channel at twitch.tv/myhappyself, and you can find me there, and I'll keep my schedule updated. Find me on My Happy Self 2 on Instagram too. My Happy Self number 2. So,
thanks for listening, and folks. Remember.
Times of old, in times of new, there's a God to follow to make it true. It's the pop culture feel.